Okay, imagine this. You have an idea and you turn that single thought into a fully illustrated book or a video script that's ready to go, or even a digital product you can start selling online. And you do it all in just a few minutes. Now, this isn't some far off sci fi dream. It's what's happening right now with content creation, all thanks to AI. So today, we're going to break down exactly how AI is turning simple prompts into real, finished products and what that means for creators just like you. For as long as any of us can remember, making really good content was all about resources. It took weeks, sometimes months of hard work. You needed a serious budget and a whole team of people with very specific skills. But as you can see here, AI is just rewriting all the rules. We're going from weeks to minutes, from super high cost to incredibly low, and from meeting a specialist to having AI handle the heavy lifting. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a total revolution in how we create, and maybe more importantly, who gets to create. And that revolution is exactly what we're diving into in our first section, the AI content boom. To really get a handle on the opportunities popping up, we first need to look back at the old barriers that AI is now completely smashing to pieces. I mean, really think about it. Not that long ago, if you had a brilliant idea for a children's book or a short film, you couldn't just make it, right? You needed a team, you needed a bunch of money, and you needed skills that, let's be honest, most of us just don't have. It was a closed world with a massive barrier to entry. There were gatekeepers everywhere. And this right here, this is the old school complicated checklist. You needed professional writers for the story, illustrators for the art, editors to polish it all, and then, if you were lucky, publishers or studios to actually get it out into the world. Every single one of these steps was a potential no, a roadblock filled with contracts, negotiations, and some serious costs. It made the whole creative process feel like a really high-stakes game. So how do we break free from that old, expensive model? Well, that's exactly what our next section is all about. We're going to look at how you can build what is essentially your own personal automated story engine. At the very heart of this new world are tools like StorySpark AI. And its purpose is actually really simple, but also kind of profound. It takes that little spark of an idea from you and turns it into a complete, illustrated story. It's not just a piece of software. It's like having a creative co-pilot who does all the tedious work, letting you focus on bringing your unique vision to life. And the process itself, it's beautifully simple. You start with your idea, the prompt. This is where your human creativity really gets to shine. Then, the AI instantly whips up a full narrative, it creates these amazing illustrations that match the exact style you wanted, and then it packages the whole thing up for you as a digital asset ready to go. It's the entire creative pipeline, from idea to finished product, totally automated and right at your fingertips. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? The incredible compression of time from weeks of work down to just a few minutes, that is the key that unlocks everything. It's not just about being faster. It's about having the freedom to experiment, to try new things, and to produce content at a scale that was totally impossible for one person to do before. So, with this unbelievable new power, what can we actually do with it? Well, that brings us to the most exciting part of this whole explainer. 4 huge opportunities to turn AI-generated content into a real-world project or even a business. But first, let's step back for a second. Why is storytelling so valuable in the first place? Because it's the engine behind some of the biggest markets online. It's what fuels YouTube and social media, the entire world of ebooks, the digital product space, and even corporate marketing. A tool that can create stories on demand is basically a key that can unlock all of these massive, profitable ecosystems. All right, first up, the AI-powered children's book business. This is a huge market that's always been really tough to break into. But now, with AI, an idea as simple as a friendly little robot who learns how to garden can become a fully illustrated book in minutes. You could publish it as an ebook on Amazon, use print on demand so you never have to worry about inventory, or even bundle stories together into cool educational packs. The secret here is finding a niche. Instead of a generic story, what about a book that helps kids with a specific emotion, or one that introduces them to coding? The barriers are just gone. Next, let's talk about a huge trend online, faceless storytelling channels. You've probably seen these on YouTube or TikTok. The narrative is the star, not a person on camera. AI can generate an endless supply of scripts for pretty much any genre you can think of. Motivational stories, horror, history, letting you build entire content channels without ever showing your face. The real advantage here is speed and volume. You can test out a bunch of different channel ideas, see what the algorithm likes, and then go all in on what works. All because the hardest part, the writing, is totally automated. Our third opportunity is all about creating digital story products. Think printable coloring books based on your stories, or maybe a bundle of bedtime stories sold as a PDF, or even creative writing prompts for teachers. The real power here is the business model itself. Because it's all digital, there's no shipping, no inventory. You make it once and you can sell it forever. This is a truly scalable business built on AI assets, where you can set up a store that literally makes sales and delivers the product for you while you sleep. That is pure business process automation. And finally, let's talk about using AI to help other businesses. Companies are always looking for great stories for their marketing, their ads, and their social media. As someone who knows how to use these AI tools, you can offer a really high-value service. You could generate a whole week's worth of engaging social media stories for a local business in just an afternoon. This isn't about selling a $5 ebook. This is about providing a real solution that helps other businesses find new customers, get more leads, and ultimately make more sales. So we've just walked through 4 really powerful opportunities. But what if I told you there's a way to multiply the impact of every single one? A way to take one simple idea and spin it out into an entire product line. That's what we're jumping into in our final section, the automation multiplier. This is where things get really, really interesting. You see, using one AI tool is great, but the real magic, the true game changer, happens when you start combining multiple AI systems together. When you create this seamless, automated workflow where the output of one AI becomes the input for the next one. This slide shows you exactly how that works. You start with just one great idea. That idea goes into an AI story generator to get the script. That script then goes to an AI voice generator to create a professional narration. And finally, both the script and the audio are fed into an AI video generator to create all the visuals. And just like that, your one idea has turned into a storybook, an audiobook, and an animated video. You've essentially built a multi-asset business from a single spark of creativity. You're getting the output of a small media company all by yourself. This right here is the future of content creation. It's about building systems where your creative spark gets amplified by technology, creating a whole suite of scalable digital assets that can work for you across tons of different platforms and markets. It's a fundamental shift in what a single person is capable of creating and scaling. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. As AI takes over and automates the how of creation, the technical stuff like writing, illustrating, narrating, our role as creators is going to change. The new frontier isn't about mastering those technical skills anymore. It's about the quality, the uniqueness, and the originality of our ideas. So the real question is, in this new era, what amazing ideas are you going to bring to life? Definitely something to think about.